Published in 1862 during a period of intense social reform, Ivan Turgenev's Fathers and Children, often translated as Fathers and Sons, is a foundational masterpiece of Russian realism. Set in the Russian countryside in 1859, the novel follows Arkady Kirsanov and his mentor, the charismatic nihilist Bazarov, as they return to their families' homes. The story centers on the ideological clash between the traditionalist fathers and the radical children who reject all authority. Turgenev explores themes of generational conflict and the shifting social classes of the 19th century. His style is characterized by lyrical prose and a balanced, objective stance that avoids simple moralizing. The story opens with Arkady Kirsanov, a recent St. Petersburg University graduate, returning to his father's estate, Mariino, with his friend and mentor, Yevgeny Bazarov. Arkady's father, Nikolai Petrovich Kirsanov, is a kind, gentle landowner who embodies the older generation's traditional values and romantic sensibilities. His brother, Pavel Petrovich Kirsanov, a proud and aristocratic former officer, further embodies the old order. Bazarov, a self-proclaimed nihilist, immediately clashes with Pavel Petrovich. He rejects traditional values, romanticism, and idealism, advocating a materialist, scientific worldview. He emphasizes observation and experimentation, dismissing art, poetry, and abstract philosophy as useless. His bluntness and cynicism create tension in the Kirsanov household. Initially swayed by Bazarov's radical ideas, Arkady begins to adopt a more critical view of his father's sentimental nature and his uncle's aristocratic pretenses. However, as the novel progresses, Arkady's attachment to traditional values and his innate gentleness reassert themselves. Bazarov's nihilism is tested when he encounters Anna Sergeyevna Odintsova, a wealthy and independent widow. He is immediately drawn to her intelligence and enigmatic personality. Despite rejecting romantic love, he falls deeply in love with her. Odintsova, intrigued by Bazarov's unconventional views, reciprocates his interest to a degree but ultimately maintains her independence and rejects his passionate advances. Bazarov's emotional turmoil exposes the limits of his nihilistic philosophy. He struggles to reconcile his newfound feelings with his belief in the supremacy of reason and his rejection of emotions. His experience with Odintsova forces him to confront the complexities of human nature and the power of love. After his rejection, Bazarov and Arkady leave Mariino and travel to Bazarov's parents' modest estate. Bazarov's parents, devout and straightforward, adore their son, but he remains distant and detached, unable to fully reciprocate their affection. Bazarov returns to his scientific pursuits, working as a doctor. He contracts typhus while performing an autopsy and falls gravely ill. Before his death, he sends for Odintsova, who visits him briefly. During their final meeting, he professes his love for her and acknowledges the futility of his nihilistic beliefs. Bazarov's death serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of human life and the limits of human understanding. It also highlights the tragic consequences of his uncompromising worldview, which ultimately isolates him from genuine human connection. Meanwhile, Arkady, having distanced himself from Bazarov's influence, returns to Mariino. He reconciles with his father and finds happiness in a conventional marriage to Katya Odintsova, Anna's younger sister. He embraces the traditional values he had temporarily abandoned, finding contentment in family life and rural stability. Pavel Petrovich, unable to reconcile with the changing times, leaves Russia to live abroad. Nikolai Petrovich finds happiness in his marriage to Fenichka, a simple woman who had previously been his housekeeper, symbolizing a more pragmatic, less idealistic approach to life. The novel concludes with a visit to Bazarov's grave, where his parents grieve their lost son. The epilogue emphasizes the enduring power of love and the inevitability of death, highlighting the universal human experience that transcends generational and ideological divides. Fathers and Children offers a profound exploration of the human condition amid political upheaval. Turgenev's primary aim was to capture the new man emerging in Russian society, the nihilist, who prioritized empirical truth over romantic ideals. Artistically, the work is celebrated for its economy of language and scenic structure. Turgenev favors dialogue and action over heavy-handed narration, allowing characters to reveal their inner worlds through social friction. Turgenev's nuanced portrayal of nihilism, embodied by Bazarov, and his examination of the clash between tradition and modernity remain relevant today. The novel's strength lies in presenting complex characters with conflicting views, inviting readers to reflect on the nature of truth, love, and the human condition. Bazarov's tragic fate serves as a poignant reminder of the limitations of rigid ideologies and the enduring power of human emotions.